And today is World Teachers Day. It is also known as International Teachers Day and celebrated on the 5th of October every year. This is a day to celebrate, thank, and honor teachers for their contributions to their students. This year's theme for World Teachers Day is the transformation of education begins with teachers. Teachers are usually celebrated for the critical role of teaching in transforming learners' potential by ensuring that they have the tools they need to take responsibility for themselves, for others, and for the planet. Now, joining us in the news is Yetunde Adedayo, who's a school director and Montessori educationist, to talk on education in Nigeria. Thanks for joining us, Ms. Adedayo.
Thanks for having me. Hi, good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon. Tell us what is the advantage of Montessori over the conventional Nigerian teaching curriculum?
All right, so Montessori method of teaching is actually broad, and it helps to role play children, especially children in preschool. It has to role play them into learning. So they don't just learn the abstract way. It's not conventional where you have a child come into the class and the teacher talks, and the child is expected to just grasp. But now you role play them through the practical life, things that they're familiar with. Most parents who don't know what Montessori is call them toys. Not like you are using toys to, teach them, help them to learn, but we don't call them toys. They are Montessori materials or resources that we use. We role play them into learning. So that's the advantage of Montessori. And the fact that also in Montessori, for example, we don't use letters, we use sounds like sound ha, but not A, B, C, D, which is conventional. So it helps the child to learn easily, whereby you're teaching a child to, once the child knows the sound A for A and the sound for letter T, it's easy for the child to go at. Do you understand? When the child wants to begin to learn how to spell or pronounce words compared to at, you get the difference
All
now. So
right.
that's the advantage.
Well, very different from what a lot of us grew up with. But it's also another interesting aspect, and that is identifying the strength of a child, and eventually helping them, to guide their future career plan. So how do you do that? How do you identify the strength of a child and then help guide, them into a career in the future?
All right. So, well, I think school activities these days, in this generation, learning has come of age, and there are a lot of resources out there that helps you to differentiate or to actually get to know what a child's interest is in learning. That helps us to close the learning gap. So, with all the available resources now, we have the technical resources, we have the school resources, we have the skills as well, the skills and method that we use in teaching. It helps us to recognize a child's weakness and the strength. And as a teacher, as a qualified teacher, you begin to work on the child's strength, which helps the child to be a better person. So that way you're able to, you are able to get what the child wants or what the child's strength is and use it to the best of the child's ability and help get something out of it that would actually help the child in the future. Right. Also, going back to Montessori is a lifelong method of is all about lifelong learning. So through that, you can also begin to look at what interests the child. You understand? Is it art? Is it technology? Is it music or what have you? So you can begin to build on it. And we now have flexible curriculums, like what we used to have while we were growing up. There are flexible curriculums that helps to guide the child through school.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's move the conversation away from the child now to the teacher. The theme of this year's celebration is the transformation of education begins with teachers. What do you do for your teachers to stand out?
Okay, so for us as a school, what we do is we try as much as possible first to we engage our teachers. We send them out for training, and we also we ensure that the working environment is conducive for them. You understand? We make sure that we ensure that the working environment is conducive for them, and they begin to see, they begin to dream. They begin to see advantages in teaching compared to just being in the classroom. When a teacher is in the class and you have access to all the resources that you need, like the electronic board, the interactive board. Teachers are no longer used to blackboard or just the white marker board now. It is interactive. It makes learning and teaching easy, even for the teacher as well. And now the pay is a lot better than what it used to be way back. Schools now pay well, and they treat teachers well as well. And also when you begin to guide teachers as a leader in a learning community, you ensure you guide them. You also ensure that they develop their skills as well. All this put together helps teaching interesting, and it makes the job of a teacher easier. Yes.
Yetunde, thank you so much for your time and for joining us. Happy World Teachers Day, and we look forward to speaking with you again.